You are the son or the daughter of holy people, and you are the one that they care about the most. And so the vegetation is here for you. The insects are here for you. The birds are here for you. The animals are here for you. You take care of them, and they will take care of you. The traditional Navajo teaching actually takes in existence what we refer to as the first world, which is represented by the color black and gray. In the language of our people, ahani, those are the names that we give to that of the first world, which actually means the black world, a gray world, a world with no surface, and the world in a world of mist, like heavy fog. And so that is the first world, has 4 different names, and but Nehoshin is generally what we call the first world. In that world is where actually life began. And when we talk about it, there's a lot of misunderstanding of the way the word is said. Hajine. Now, if you use the word hajine, you might understand that where there are a large group of people with their belongings strapped to their back, and they're all moving in a certain direction. And onat, hajine, or where they begin to move in a direction. But the actual translation and the meaning of the word hajine means where life began, where life was given, where all life was formed. And so it is that the first world is the world where all life began, hajine. And so the life of vegetation, of insects, birds and animals, and even that of the humankind, the neh, talk about it, a place where there was no surfaces, where they came from, Nehoshin, Nehaten, Nehatpa, Ahani. Now, today when we see fog drifting in, the old people used to say this is a time when the holy people are walking about and you cannot see them because of the heavy fog. It's like the existence in the first world. And in the existence in the first world, we are told that we had a sense of awareness where we didn't actually hear, but we were aware that the holy people were moving about. We didn't have sight, so we couldn't see them, but we were aware that they were there. And also we couldn't reach out and touch because we didn't have the ability to touch. Only with a sense of awareness we knew that holy people were about. And we didn't have any of the other senses of taste and smell and those senses, but it was that we were aware that they were there. And we are told that all of the other life forms of vegetation, insect, birds, and animals were also that same way, that they had a life as a life form. They had these various senses. And so to this day, in this, the third world, which is the yellow world, it is that these physical senses are present of sight, smell, touch, taste, and hearing. And it is also that the vegetation, insect, birds, and animals have these same senses as well. So the confusion that a lot of times the Neh make is that they say that we evolved from insect life forms, but that's not really so. We were never insect, we were never vegetation, we were never birds, or we were never animals. We were always the children of the holy people, and they treat us in a special way because we are their children. And here in this world, the yellow world, the third world, is that the most important life form for us is that of vegetation. Without vegetation, there would be no insect, there would be no birds, there would be no animals, and then there would be no humankind. And so when the holy people organized Mother Earth. They made sure that the vegetation was put on the surface of Mother Earth first, and then they placed the animals and the birds and the insect. The insect actually was the second life form to be put on the earth, and then the bird was the third life form, and the animal were that of the fourth kind of life form. But you find the vegetation in the water, and then you find the insect also in the water, and you find the bird also in the water, and then you find the animal also in the water. So there are 4 types of life forms that lived on the surface, and then there's 4 forms that lived in the water. So it is that everything in this world is based on the sacred number 4. But here we are in the third world. Now in the third world we have these 5 physical senses that is very important. And the way we are to use these 5 physical senses is far greater than what we began as beings in the first world, where we didn't have these 5 physical senses. And it is that we are the only life form that actually can control how we perceive the things that we encounter with our sight, smell, touch, taste, and hearing, that it affects us in special ways. And it is either in the mind or in the heart or in the spirit or in the physical form. And so we are unique in that way because we are the children of the holy people. And so all of our ceremonies always are done to remind us, you are the son or the daughter of holy people, and you are the one that they care about the most. And so the vegetation is here for you, the insects are here for you, the birds are here for you, the animals are here for you. You take care of them, and they will take care of you. So actually, when any life form passes on, like the insect, when it dies, it becomes vegetation food. And then when a bird dies, it becomes food to the vegetation as well. When an animal dies, it becomes food to the vegetation. And then when we pass on, the human form, our physical body is put there in the traditional way on the surface of Mother Earth with some rocks stacked on it, so that eventually the insect, the birds, and the animals can partake of our body as well as the vegetation. So it is that life, all life is important, but it is that these are the things that we are told.